Hi, I'm Ron from Above and Beyond Creative Sewing. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to tell you about the Babylock Brilliant. It's really a brilliant machine. You won't believe all the things that it comes with. Let's start out by taking a look at how easy it is to thread. Now, I'm going to break a cardinal rule and pull that thread out the wrong way. Always cut and pull through, but I can fix it later if it's a problem. Come down and up. We go through number 4. Number 5 is down. 6 is just a little guide there. 7 and 8. 8 just cuts off, and then 9 threads it, and it's threaded and ready to go. Very simple machine. Comes with all these different stitches. You can program it to go needle up or needle down. You can have it cut the threads for you automatically. It comes with all kinds of accessories. Let's take a look. We have a buttonhole foot, a blind hem foot, a button sew-on foot, decorative foot, overcasting foot, zipper foot, little seam ripper. We get a 1/4 inch foot, a Teflon foot, so even you can sew on vinyls and leathers, another zipper foot, an open toe foot for decorative stitches, and a guide foot. That little guide, those little pins help you to keep a consistent distance from the edge of your fabric. A screwdriver to change the needle plate, free motion foot, a different bobbin cover without markings on it, a couple different spool caps, even a punch so that you can punch out the holes on your coat buttonholes or on any of your eyelets. Speaking of buttonholes, you wouldn't believe how easy it is to do this on the Brilliant. I'm going to take the buttonhole foot. Let's get a button. I got a little assortment of buttons here. I'll pick one. So let's say I want to put that button. I don't know what size buttonhole I need. Well, all I do is I'm going to pull this open, put my little button in the foot, close it up. It pre-measures the buttonhole for me then. So I'll remove the foot by just pushing a little button. I'll slide on the buttonhole foot and lower the bar, and it'll attach automatically. There's a little bar here in the back I pull down to set the buttonhole. Very easy to do. And my buttonholes, there's a variety of them here. They're all in my utility stitches. I'm going to do buttonhole 60, which is just a plain buttonhole. So I'm going to type here 60. It goes to that. It tells me to use foot A, which I've already put on there. I have my little shirt here where I'm going to be making my buttonhole. I place it underneath and lower the foot. Once I lower the foot, I can push start, and it's going to make a buttonhole the right size. It'll just take a second. Now, once I have this buttonhole made, I'm going to want to be able to put the button through it. I'm going to show you how to sew the button on right onto the fabric by using another special foot called the button sew-on foot. And you'll notice it's sewing both beads, the long parts of the buttonhole, backwards. It's sewing them in the same direction, and the reason you want it to do that is so that the two beads look identical. Machines sew differently forwards and backwards, and we want to make sure that the two beads are sewn in the same direction so that we get a nice even buttonhole. Now if I want to put the button on, I'll remove the buttonhole foot so I can claim my button. And I'm going to get the button sew-on tool, which is this one right here, M. The nice thing about this is I can just clip my button into it. I center it like that. And if I want it to be a button that can be shanked or that would be loose, I push that forward so that it makes the stitching over the plastic piece, which keeps it not tight to the fabric. But I want it tight to the fabric, so I'm going to pull that back. That's going to let the stitching pull way down. I can take this foot and clip it on the same way that I did the buttonhole foot, and place my fabric right where I want to have the button put in. So the sew-on button stitch is stitch 70. So I'm just going to type on my screen here 70. It goes to that stitch, and I can make sure that my needle's not going to hit my button, and it is, so I'm just going to move it a little bit. Now it's clear, and then I can just lower the foot and push start. It'll do a tie-on stitch, it'll tie on the button, and it'll do a tie-off stitch, all automatically for me. And then I can hit the little scissor, it cuts the threads for me, and there's my button sewn onto my garment, ready to go. So this is the Brilliant machine. It's brilliant to use, very easy for you to use, does everything you'll need to do with your sewing machine. I have a special for you right now. We have the Brilliant at a special price. It's on sale, and it's going to come with a bonus package. The bonus package is going to include something called the Love of Knowledge. Now, the Love of Knowledge is a video membership that you can get with Babylock machines. You can buy a 2-year or a 4-year membership, and it'll teach you everything you need to know about the Babylock Brilliant, and also how to do other things like a blind ham, or how to do a rolled ham, or maybe a buttonhole, and all in video format, and you have to remember to see them, but you'd have a 60-day trial, so you'd really be able to learn about your machine when you get it home. In addition, we're going to give you this great pair of Famore snip scissors. It's a great quality scissor clip, works very well and will last a really long time. And we're going to give you a gathering foot. So this is sort of like a garment special. So this machine is great for garment sewing, and it's going to come with all of the feet I showed you before, plus these additional ones. Let me show you how easy this gathering foot is. All you're going to do here is put on the gathering foot. So for the gathering foot, I'm just going to unscrew that shank and remove it for me, and get my gathering foot out of its package. Remember, this would come with the machine if you buy it from Above and Beyond. I just mentioned this special. And I'm going to put it on there like that, tighten the screw. The nice thing about the gathering foot is that you can gather and attach 2 fabrics at the same time. So this is my fabric that's going to be like my waistband, and this is going to be the fabric I want to gather. So I put them right sides together. I'm going to take the gathered fabric and put it underneath, and the non-gathered fabric goes in this little slot, just like that. And then put the gathered fabric underneath, and I'm going to lower the foot. Now I need to select a straight stitch, so I'm just going to push button 3, which is my straight stitch, and I'm going to increase the length, because one of the ways you gather is by increasing the length. It makes it gather more. And now I'm going to use the foot pedal this time instead of the start-stop button. So I've just plugged the foot pedal in, and I'm going to start to stitch. I'm just going to keep those edges together. And what you'll notice is the top fabric will not gather, but the bottom fabric will. So I'm just keeping those fabrics together. When I get to the end of where I'm going, I touch the scissor. And there's my seam, and you can see that the one fabric was gathered, the other fabric was not, all in one operation. So this is the Babylock Brilliant. This is Above and Beyond Creative Sewing. So order this machine today at the link in this video, and you'll be able to get the Babylock Brilliant delivered right to your door, free shipping, with all the bonus things I talked about, the gathering foot, the Love of Knowledge, and the snip scissors. So thanks very much for watching. Look for my next video.